A ship repair yard is an abrasive, punishing environment. Steel towers over men, sparks rain like fire, and the air is thick with salt and pressure. Every commercial vessel that carries the world's cargo, energy, and food eventually ends up here to be stripped, welded, and rebuilt. By law, shipping vessels undergo mandatory, intensive inspections every 5 years, and even more frequently as they age. Traditionally, completing these inspections requires a massive logistical effort, where a ship is hauled entirely out of the water and placed into a dry dock. That process takes the vessel out of commission for up to 60 days. Just gaining physical access to the exterior hull requires erecting a dense web of precarious scaffolding, which alone costs hundreds of thousands of dollars and consumes thousands of hours of manual labor. Maintaining global trade relies on this physical, highly manual process. With thousands of ships requiring regular service, the sheer time and manpower needed to strip and rebuild them creates a significant operational choke point for the entire shipping industry. The physical risks extend far beyond the heights of the exterior hull. Inside the ship, human surveyors must regularly crawl into pitch-black, oxygen-deprived ballast tanks, navigating through heavily corroded steel compartments, where the threat of injury is constant. At the exact time these physical demands are peaking, the maritime industry is caught between severe shortages of skilled labor and strict new environmental regulations requiring ships to operate at absolute peak fuel efficiency. Even a minor disruption to the smooth surface of a hull drastically impacts performance. When thick clusters of marine biofouling, like barnacles and algae, attach to the steel, they create drag that can increase a ship's fuel consumption by up to 40%. Stripping away that growth proactively saves millions of dollars in fuel and directly cuts carbon emissions. As a result, shipping lines are demanding that repair yards deliver cleaner hulls in significantly shorter turnaround times. With the staggering financial costs of dry docking, mounting environmental pressures, and the extreme physical dangers placed on inspectors, the industry has reached the limit of what manual labor alone can achieve. A silent revolution is underway in the yard, led by rugged, specialized machines built to endure the same extreme hazards as the ships themselves. Navigating inside a toxic ballast tank presents a massive technical hurdle. The overlapping solid steel walls completely block GPS signals, rendering standard commercial drones blind and useless in the dark. This diagram shows how confined space drones overcome that blackout. By rapidly emitting laser pulses, they use LiDAR and 3D SLAM technology to actively scan their surroundings, building a geometric map of the pitch-black environment in real time to navigate safely. Equipped with ultrasonic thickness probes, these machines fly directly into the ship's internal framework to measure the structural integrity of the steel remotely, keeping human inspectors entirely out of the lethal, toxic zones. Outside the ship, autonomous magnetic crawlers take over. Using neodymium magnets to grip vertical steel, they scale the hull, hydroblasting away heavy rust and paint under 350 bar of pressure. They instantly vacuum up the toxic wastewater, recycling the fluid and preventing ocean contamination. By combining aerial and surface robotics, yards are neutralizing the most lethal physical threats to their workforce, while compressing tasks that used to require weeks of hazardous scaffolding labor into a matter of hours. The robotic fleet even extends beneath the waves. Remotely operated vehicles, or ROVs, deploy acoustic sensors and high-pressure jets to inspect and clean hulls while the ship remains in service, bypassing the need to enter a dry dock. But a ship repair yard remains a chaotic, gritty environment. A machine that performs predictably in a controlled laboratory will face immense, unpredictable physical resistance in the field. Hull surfaces are almost never perfectly flat. Thick, protruding weld lines, extreme curves in the steel, and heavy marine growth routinely disrupt a magnetic crawler's traction, causing it to lose its grip and slip down the massive walls. This diagram illustrates exactly why internal navigation is so difficult. The overlapping steel compartments act as a giant Faraday cage. Radio waves bounce erratically off the metal walls, frequently severing the wireless communication link between the drone inside and the operator outside. Even measuring steel thickness involves a delicate mechanical hurdle. Pressing an ultrasonic probe against a heavily painted, unevenly rested surface requires the exact right amount of physical force to generate an accurate reading without damaging the sensor. The true test for shipyard robotics is navigating these relentless, unpredictable conditions and returning with highly accurate, actionable information. While these machines reduce the time spent in dangerous zones, their greatest operational value comes from the volume and quality of the information they capture. Traditional manual inspections rely on localized, subjective manual spot checks. A human inspector can only test so many individual sections of a massive hull, leaving white areas unmeasured. This visualization shows a robotic sweep. The scanner analyzes surfaces with objective repeatability, generating 3D point clouds and detailed corrosion maps. On this digital dashboard, we see how data creates a living digital twin. It updates constantly, highlighting exactly where structural stress or failures occur. This shift toward high-fidelity, machine-read data transforms shipyards from reactive repair centers into proactive maintenance systems. AI models analyze the digital twin to predict specific component failures, allowing crews to order materials and plan repairs weeks before the physical ship even arrives at the port. As machines take over the most physically punishing tasks, like climbing scaffolding or sandblasting holes, the requirements for the shipyard workforce are shifting. When a robot handles raw labor, humans on site move into roles managing the technical interface, analyzing 3D models, and applying years of structural expertise to the data provided by the fleet. The industry is moving toward a state of supervised autonomy. Fleets of rugged machines execute the punishing physical labor and gather the required data, while human experts handle the complex repair strategies, interpret the metrics, and execute precision welding. Ship repair will always require working with heavy steel on an immense scale. It remains one of the most demanding industrial environments in the world. But by placing intelligent eyes in the darkest tanks and automated tools on the tallest hulls, the maritime yard of the future will use its machines to see more, know more, and risk significantly less.